have the charging call made against him. Instead, whistled for the walk as Bob Thornton showed good defense. And Philadelphia withstanding the charge by the Bulls, lead it by 12 with 1:30 remaining in the third.
King going to his right hand, and they take it away. Thornton playing him that way because what he likes to do is take one dribble in that direction, get you leaning, and then whirl around and use his left hand.
In game one, of course, Charles Barkley was screaming and hollering at his teammates whom he felt weren't doing the job on the floor. The press here in Philadelphia made a lot to do of it. Barkley called a team meeting prior to practice on Thursday. Now, Tommy, is a lot of that blown out of proportion, or again, is that just one of those matters you take Barkley as he is?
Well, that's a great indication that the team is together. They went in there and they had that discussion. In fact, Jimmy Lynam was standing outside, and one of the members of the press said to him, "What are they talking in there about?" And Jimmy Lynam looked over like, "What, are you stupid or something?" They're talking about the Chicago Bulls. And I would have to believe exactly that was happening. This team is a wacko team in Jimmy Lynam's words, but anything can happen before the game starts. Once the game starts, he says, baby, they put it on the line. And I think personalities on a real good ball club gel, and when they can talk to each other without a coach, that's a good sign.
I wonder if that's a sign that he's working overtime upstairs in his head, getting ice applied to the noggin as opposed to the knee. You know, you mentioned that Lynam said it's a wacko team, and specifically he was talking about the leaders of both Mahorn and Barkley.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. Jimmy Lynam has turned over a lot of the ball club to the players. He's not a dictator here, and that's a great sign because that gives pride of authorship to the various players. It becomes what I call you've got a Cosa Nostra effect, that it becomes our thing. And that's where the Sixers right now are. Even though Charles Barkley pops off, everybody understands on his teammates that he's that type of personality, but he leads by example and by banging and by doing the hard part, rebounding.
Chicago 5, Horace Grant, Michael Jordan, Stacey King, Ed Neely, and B.J. Armstrong.
Well, they take off the zone press and just put a harassing B.J. Armstrong on Hawkins.
Under 10 on the shot clock. Anderson on Grant. And Grant got those long arms up to slightly alter that shot.
What a great block out once again by Neely, as Barkley couldn't smell the offensive board.
Jordan only 9 of 21 from the field. King, that's a high percentage shot.
Right-handed, too.
20 points for Stacey King, an opportunity to make it 21 as Charles Barkley picks up his third personal foul.
Well, we'll watch him swoop down the lane right now. It goes outside. They double team, and here's King swooping down from the head of the key wide open. But King, there's a rookie story about him. They didn't like the food on the chartered flight, so they sent him out to get chicken in the box. He went to get it, got in the car, came back, and as he's driving up to the airport, their chartered flight is taken off, and he ends up with 12 chicken in the boxes and had to pay for his plane ticket the next morning. That's what they do to rookies.
And Charles Barkley does what he just did to rookies and veterans alike. And Michael Jordan, equal opportunity abuser.
Does it to guards, forwards, centers.
25 seconds remaining in the third. Philadelphia leading 84-75. Barkley, there comes a double team. Over to Anderson. Good defense by Horace Grant and a steal as a result. Under 10 seconds to play in the third. Armstrong. B.J. Armstrong. And he got his confidence when Craig Hodges was out injured. Good pass from Barkley to Hawkins. Jordan. So that's the end of the third period with the score. Philadelphia 86, Chicago 77. And we'll return to the Spectrum after this message and a word from your local station. stretch run of Game 4 here, the 1990 NBA playoff coverage between Chicago and Philadelphia. Philadelphia on top 86-77. Let's check in with Jim Gray.
Well, James, Phil Jackson just told his guys in the huddle, we were down 27 points on Friday night. Now we're only down 9. We don't need any kind of effort like that one. We just need to play smart, get back on their fast break, and if we have to take some hard fouls like they do, let's do it. But we can come back. We proved it the other night. James?
All right, Jim, and Michael Jordan was on the bench when this team was down by that far and asked Phil Jackson, let me back in, let's make a run at it. Had trimmed the Philly lead to 3 points, so certainly it can be done.
Scottie Pippen, of course, is not here, and that's going to sap the quickness a little bit at this key juncture.
And a quick defensive move by Jordan blocking the Thornton shot.
He likes to play scrambling defense. Read what's going on and then use his quickness to get in there and defend or steal.
And Bob Thornton smacking Stacey King.
You're going to see a great look by Barkley down inside to Thornton, but there's Michael Jordan just waiting at the pass to cut him off.
Elaborate on Pippen's absence. How do you assess it at this point?
Well, they've had to use all their quickness just to get where they are right now. Again, in that pressing defense, his quickness at the quick forward spot would have been a real plus. Plus his offensive ability.
And Ed Neely showing some offensive ability as he bulls his way in for the score.
You know, sometimes you make a mistake with a guy like Ed Neely. Here's Jordan. They go and double team him, and Barkley's just saying to himself, well, it's Ed Neely. Well, Ed Neely is smart enough to step in when the opportunity is there and make layups. You can't forget about Ed Neely. Neely is a very fundamentally sound player.
Neely forced Barkley into his 4th personal foul, and Chicago has trimmed the Sixers lead to 6 with 11:10 remaining in the game. Barkley looking to return the favor to Neely. Waiting for the double team. This is Scott Brooks for 3.
That was a big hoop because at pressure defense, taking some time off the clock, take some options out of your half-court offense.
Defensively, Scott Brooks reminds me of a miniature Dan Marley. King. Neely and Barkley doing battle. Neely winning the battle.
Boy,
you said you can't forget about him.
I'll tell you, you just must get over the top of him. You can out-jump him, but he is a position player, and when you give him an inch, he's going to hold it.
7-point Philadelphia lead. Hawkins, speed advantage over Neely. Can't capitalize. Jordan with the rebound. 5 rebounds for Michael Jordan. B.J. Armstrong back to Jordan for 3. And Jordan, as if he hasn't been warm already, has just dropped in his 30th point, under 10 to play. Up to this point, Philadelphia continues to shoot well. A great individual battle between Michael Jordan and Hersey Hawkins. Hersey Hawkins with a total of 24, Jordan with 30. And Philadelphia actually doing the job in transition. The score right now, a 4-point lead being nursed by Philadelphia. And Tommy, on Friday night, Chicago showed a very effective trapping defense. You think you'll see it here?
I very much do. I think they're going to scramble around. A scrambling defense is a very gambling defense, and it takes you out of the plays that you would like to use. It makes you find an opening any place on the court, and that guy has to be smart enough to take a good shot. And you can take a player like a Barkley out of the game. I'm sure right now Jimmy Lynam would like to go to Barkley and let him attack Neely.
He's got Neely on Barkley. Neely, 245 pounds, leaning his weight on Barkley. And Barkley draws the brunt of that Neely weight for the foul. And Neely taps him. And again, you see Barkley. He knows it. He dishes it out as well.
Well, he gets the good spot. A little off the box. They play him to the middle, force him to the jump shot. Great fake, and there's Neely saying you're not getting a shot at the hoop. Instead, you're getting a shot in the nose. So right now, the hard foul in evidence, and it's coming from the guys in the red shirts, not the white shirts.
And Barkley returns the shot by dropping in the first free throw. He's got 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks.
But he has not provided the emotion in this game that he did in Game 3.
Jordan showing Julius Erving type mitts by grabbing that rebound one-handed. 9:25 remaining. Jordan. Rebounded by Neely, and Ed Neely showing why he played so much in Game 3 in place of Scottie Pippen, coming to the fore. 9 points and 6 rebounds for Ed Neely.
Don't take him for granted. He knows how to play the game.
Chicago with a chance to cut the lead to 2 or to tie it with a 3. Armstrong blocked by Mahorn.
And that last rebound, Ed Neely was the guy that tipped it out. I'm telling you, he's playing a whale of a game here.
Jordan over top of everyone.
Well, what do you do on a play like that? He just simply out-leaped everybody. There's nobody up there with him to stop him.
You need a tennis racket to help you on defense with that. 32 points for Michael Jordan, down to a 1-point Philadelphia lead. Barkley stripped by Jordan. Brooks under 5 on the shot clock. Anderson forces it. A fresh 24, and Jordan make that. Barkley is hammered from behind by B.J. Armstrong.
I'll tell you what's going to happen in the next ball game. The way they're manhandling right now Charles Barkley every time he goes to take a shot, I tell you, Jordan is going to receive the same treatment. They have been very limited. Watch this, as everybody just wrapping him up on every play and slamming him. And you better expect that in the next ball game that Michael Jordan is going to get the same treatment. He's their superstar, and Barkley has got precious few opportunities to go strong to the hoop.
Johnny Dawkins comes in to replace Scott Brooks, and Horace Grant replaces Michael Jordan at the 8:29 mark remaining in the fourth quarter. Chicago trailing by 1 as Barkley misses that free throw. Barkley only 50% this afternoon at the free throw line, 5 of 10.
You know, that warning for the league to the Philadelphia 76ers, a little crimp in their style. But the Chicago Bulls don't feel that it inhibited them whatsoever in what they're doing to Barkley. It worked. It saved 2 points.
Chicago with an opportunity to go ahead for the first time in the ball game, and they do on that Bill Cartwright jumper. Only Bill Cartwright's 4th point of the afternoon, and the Bulls lead it 91-90. Mahorn defended by Cartwright. And Cartwright, the 11-year veteran, pushes Mahorn on the pass. That was like a rookie move that time by Bill Cartwright. No reason for him to force that play the way he did. 4th personal foul on Cartwright as Barkley goes out. So it's Dawkins, Anderson, Hawkins, Jaminski, and Mahorn, the 5 on the floor for Philadelphia. Anderson double teamed and throws it away, so the trapping press paid dividends that time. Chicago with the chance to expand the lead. Under 5 on the shot clock. Armstrong's got to get it up. And the 24-second clock catches him before the basket by Bill Cartwright. Little trapping double team on Anderson in the corner.